Hey, what's up, ecosystem? What if shippers and carriers could connect direct? It's Tuesday nights live on Auto Transport Intel. I'm Jay, your host. Welcome back to the show. Hey, what's going on, everybody? All right, welcome back to Auto Transport Intel. I'm Jay, I'm your host, and I want to welcome you back to the show. Listen, this is Auto Transport Intel. I'm Jay, and this is the Car Hauling Business Channel. That's right, and if it's your first time here, I want you to feel welcome. And you know I'm live on YouTube every Tuesday night talking about all things car hauling, new car shipper recommendations, auto transport business coaching. We've got car hauling dispatcher training, how to use load board tutorials, finding the right auto transport broker, understanding the car shipping process. This is Auto Transport Intel, where car haulers and car shippers work together, where you can learn car shipping, where you can watch Auto Transport Intel. So welcome back to the show. I really do appreciate it. Please let me know if the audio and the video is okay. I think it's better. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and add that too. I got a microphone here, and I've also got the laptop microphone as to pick up the ambiance just in case there's additional safety net need. I don't know. And I feel better too. I finally, I think I'm shaking this cold. Man, I've had like a cold or a flu or a bacteria or something for so long, a virus. So I feel better. I think the media is better, and I think we're back on track. So that's awesome. This is episode number 75. This is the 75th Tuesday Nights Live in a row. So like I think I'm at like the year and a half mark of live shows, and this channel is I'm at 1 3/4 years with the channel. So really excited. It's now March 2019, and that means at the end of the month we're going to MATS. We're going to the Mid-America Trucking Show, and man, I work on that every day. Lots of marketing going on. Flyers and business cards and banners, and there's the booth. We're going to be in Shaggy's Consulting and Training booth number 63201 in the West Pavilion in Louisville at MATS Mid-America Trucking Show, and that is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all 3 days at the end of this month, last weekend this month. So if you haven't registered yet, go to truckingshow.com or just Google MATS 2019. It is going to be awesome. So, all right, I got my computer monitor over here. I'm looking at the live chat. I'm going to say hello to the live chat. Oh, I kind of skipped my intro. Let's do this. I always welcome you back to the show, and then I'm going to say hello to the live chat. That starts in about 30 seconds. And then we're going to go into some industry news, which is memes and images and emails. If you share it with me, and, I think it fits into the show, I'm with you, man. I want it to fit. And I want your memes. If you end up in Facebook jail on somebody else's group because you got a great meme, send it to me. I want to see the memes. So we're going to do that in industry news. Then at the 45-minute mark, our featured interview is Joe with KarShypr.com. Awesome. The sound is good. Thank you for that. So KarShypr, who knows about KarShypr? If you don't know about KarShypr, you're going to learn about it tonight. You know that more and more what's happened on this show is we're getting some really good interviews with folks that have a company, product, or service that you need to know about. And man, we got a lot going on. Transportation in the house, cool, man. All right, so that's our featured interview, and then at the 1 hour and a quarter mark, we're gonna bring in Ty of CTS. We're gonna bring back Ron of NYC Traffic Inc. to fill in the live panel. And we're going to continue the conversation with Joe. We're going to talk about the industry. We're going to talk about KarShypr.com. If you've got questions, we're going to talk about that. If you got news, information, or updates or otherwise, let me know. Hey, man, if you're a new car shipper and you don't know where to go, your phone's ringing off the hook, it's making you crazy, I think you're going to like this show. And if you are starting a new car hauling business, whether that's as a car hauler or maybe I get emails from brokers now, and whatever it is, man, if you've got a service to promote, or in fact, I've got more and more phone calls that people call, leave me voicemail. You know, we'll schedule something, man, do it. Let me know. autotransportintel@gmail.com is my email address. That's the best way to get a hold of me. And this is looking pretty good. All right, cool. So we're going to go to hello to the live chat. Yeah, man, let's say hello. I love you guys coming in. It means a lot. I saw Clarksville Trucking. He was in here, man, might have been like 30, 40 minutes ago. Dave, what's happening, man? It's good to have you here. I appreciate you tuning in. I know we don't talk as much as we used to. I got so many things that I'm coordinating and putting into motion. You know, it's pretty much just me, as if that isn't obvious. So, you know, I got to build the thumbnails for the monitors behind me, and I got to schedule the live panel and the interview, and then there's a last minute cancellation, and then the marketing, and then the future, and then, you know, so I'm working on it, Dave. Baby. So, in fact, Dave, you're going to be on the show, I think, next week. So, I really appreciate you tuning in, and it means a lot, dude. It really does. Gabe said he'll be sleeping by the time the show starts. He'll have to catch it in the morning. That's no problem. If you can't catch it live, you know it goes on demand as soon as the video processes, which takes about an hour. It's a 2.5 hour show. And then I got to finish the title, tags, description. So the upload happens usually around noon, 1 or 2 when that's all done. And there's links in the description and all that. But the show is posted as soon as it finishes processing on YouTube. So check it out in the morning, Gabe, and I appreciate that. Really do. M. Fields is checking in. Hey, Jay, Marcus at Exclusive Luxury Transport, Las Vegas. Again, looking forward to the show. You love it. Thank you so much. It means so much to me. I mean, I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me, too, especially when I'm freaking out before the show and, you know, something's not working right. You know, it makes me crazy because I want to make a great show. This is the car hauling business channel. The word is getting out, and you guys are helping me do that, so it means a lot. So if you have a company and you want to give a shout out, absolutely, I'll read it. I'll read anything you post, except that it is a family show, so I skip the cuss words. But I won't, you know, censor you. I just won't say it. Hey, what's up, Bill at Bad Apples? What's going on? Thanks for tuning in, man. It means a lot. We see you here every week. You're part of the core, and I really appreciate it. I really do. And thanks for participating. Eric, AWHT. Hey, what's up, Eric? Eric sent in a couple pictures to me. We're going to see that in the industry news. So, Eric, you made the industry news. Congratulations to you, and thank you for doing that. Thanks for participating. Ty says, what is a load? Dude, totally. What is a load? Where are all the cars? Do you find cars on your mobile app? So, okay, so the cars are on the app. All right, so I'm going to go to the app, and that's where the cars are. But what's a load? Is a car a load? I don't know, man. Is it? Let's see here. Let's see. Ty also says, come on, Gabe, party like a car hauler. Mark with Trucking Answers. It's Matt's month. It is Matt's month. Oh, man, is it Matt's month. So tonight we got Joe at KarShypr. Next week we've got, I believe we have Truckify on the show next week. I know that, what's going on with Truckify? What's the news? Well, we're going to find out. Now, the week after that, the spot is still open. There's a guest I'm really trying to get. From 2 weeks from tonight, so we'll see if I can make that happen. 3 weeks from tonight, which is the night before we leave for Matt's, we're going to have Brian Riker from Fleet Compliance Solutions, which is going to kind of kick us off into the trucking show. Brian will be at the trucking show. And if you're going to be at the trucking show and you want to do an interview, yeah, man, let me know. Sign me up, and I'll come around to your booth, or you can come around to the Shaggy's booth. We will do a live interview. It'll be awesome. The one and only says hello. Man, the one and only, he's been coming back forever. Really appreciate you tuning in, participating, being part of the core. It really means a lot. So thanks for tuning in. Serge says, why is it so cold in New Hampshire? I don't know, Serge. Is it because it's all the way up north? Listen, man, Serge, thanks for tuning in. I've been seeing you saying hello on Facebook here and there, keeping us posted. That's awesome, man. I do appreciate it. So I don't know, man. Stay warm, especially when you're driving up from Florida. It must really feel cold. Cherry says, hashtag heart to help, hashtag the nosy coach. Okay. Oh my God, I'm catching you live. I'm super excited. Newbie looking to get into hauling. Wow. Okay. That's awesome. Well, listen, if you are a new car hauling business, you might know about CTSBusinessCoaching.com. Just go to CTSBusinessCoaching.com. And basically, if you're here and you contact me, then I'm going to pass you over to Ty. He's my business partner. He's the lead coach at CTS, and he's going to call you. You can actually get him on the phone, talk to him, human being, all that cool stuff. So, yeah, we're excited to hear from you. Let me know how we can help. You can email me, autotransportintel@gmail.com. And by the way, don't be shy. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and comment below. What's up, Super J? Matt from Anytime Towing Vermont is here. Thank you so much, Matt. I appreciate it. Once again, it's another cold night. Snow, no snow. Cars are conking out. You may have to go. You're on call. So, man, do your thing. And I appreciate you tuning in. It means a lot. Richard Newman. Audio is a lot better than last week. Sounds good. Awesome. Thank you, Richard. So here's the deal. That microphone is right here. So the microphone that I bought, the iRig Mic HD2, it works on the computer. It works pretty good, too. And it works on the iPad. So I'm going to be, when I'm walking around live at Matt's, I got the microphone up here. It'll be in my hand, and it's connected to the iPad and the lightning jack. It works great. It does not work on the Android phone, as a person told me. That's okay. It happens. There's a lot of equipment, a lot of changes. But it doesn't work on the Android, and it even said that on the website. Wow, I got some money coming in? Holy cow. What am I going to do with money? I am not used to that. Let's go to Florida, Jay. Okay, well, let's go to Florida, man. I would like to go to Florida. Florida sounds good. Let's do that. Let's go to Florida. David Aruki says hello. Hey, what's up, David? Thanks for saying hello. I appreciate it. If you've got a question, feel free to ask it here. This is a rather drama-free zone. You may have noticed that if you ask a question on Facebook, you better get ready for the tomatoes, but not here. I feel like the ecosystem here actually will help you. And if they can't, they just won't say anything, and that's fine too. But the industry news is where you'll find the memes and the condescension, not in the chat. But hey, man, it's the first time for everything. Eric says it sounds good. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. Oh, I can't tell you how glad I am and how thankful I am to have good sound. Let me tell you, I was freaking out last week and the week before, and turns out it was human error. It was human error caused by stinking, microphone error. Anyways, it made me crazy. It was my fault. I lived through it, but yeah. I think it is a lot better tonight. Thank goodness. I'm so glad. iHauler Transportation. Yeah. We got Great. Oh, great. Thanks. Yeah, we got iHauler Transportation in the house, so thanks for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. That's what happens if you give a shout out. I'll do something wacky like hit the fake siren on the toy truck over here. iHaulerTransport.com. Hello from Massachusetts. So visit iHaulerTransport.com. All right. Leyland Lucero, hey, what's up? Welcome back to the show, Leyland. I really do appreciate it. By the way, you guys, I say this because I'm in the live chat. That's part of the show now. We're going to be here for another 5 or 10 minutes, but if I miss your live chat, I apologize. Feel free to say it again, send me an email, put it in the video comments below. Don't be shy. This message is held for review. Well, we're going to change that. There you go. Follow me on Instagram, iholler_transportation. All kinds of social media shout out happen for iHoller. That's great, man. Yeah, take advantage of the system. That's what the system is for. Alan Mallon. Hey, man, from Michigan. Alan Mallon. Cool, man. Hey, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it, Alan. It means a lot. Thanks for taking the time out of your schedule. And I know it's a long show, and I know it can get a little bit dull at times. I'm sorry about that. I mean, I really am. It's a live show, and I have certain programming, but there's not a whole lot of guidelines or restrictions. So I'm just shooting from the hip. Okay, can't even see the 6 guns off camera. Okay, Lewis, you love the show. Thank you so much, Lewis. It means so much, man. I'm telling you, I love that you love the show. I love the show most of the time. That means a lot. I really appreciate it. I'm here every Tuesday night. And, try the lobster. David, A-Line Transport, love your show. Thank you, David. Man, that's so awesome. It means so much. Thank you. I can't hear it enough, and it helps me realize the purpose of why we're here, what we're doing. You know what? The Car Hauling Business Channel is here to help the auto transport industry. Now, I mean, that's a huge thing to say, and I can't do it by myself. It's not like one man can change, but I'm not sure if I'm that one man or not, but I'm not saying I can fix everything and change everything, but this industry needs help, man. So I'm at least here to point out the squeaky wheels, because we need help, man. This place needs help. Okay, Lewis, learn a lot from you. Thanks. Awesome. Glad to hear that, Lewis. I'm telling you, I started this channel because I was dispatching and it was making me crazy. Okay? Okay, the one and only. Okay. The one and only says, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? The one and only Andy. Yo, been a while since I last checked in. Well, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. And there, Matt from Anytime Towing. Listen, man, thank you so much for the super chat. It means so much. 70% of that money is going to go to a perfect place, which is helping build Auto Transport, the Car Hauling Business Channel. 30% goes to YouTube, which I'll tell you, honestly, it's money well spent. Without YouTube, I wouldn't have this platform. Believe me, I tried it 20 years ago. I tried making TV shows 20 years ago. It was before YouTube, and it was not pretty. Okay. Plus, I was missing other aspects, such as you guys and a niche industry. So I'm thrilled to give 30% to YouTube. No problem. Javier Baruca. Hey, Jay, thanks for the show from the nation's capital. That's cool. Well, thank you for tuning in from the nation's capital. I really do appreciate it. And, it means a lot. Hopefully, this show is answering your questions, helping you build your business, giving you new information. There's many tools to have in the toolbox. There's not one company that's going to service and fix all your problems. Okay, I don't actually believe that. It's going to take several companies, and I want all those companies to come on the show and tell you about their stuff so that you can have a better running business. That's the point of the show. There you go, in a nutshell. Ty gave $20. What's up, Ty? Come on, man. You give your lifeblood to the show and money? That's crazy. Thank you, Ty. Really means a lot. Big shout out. You know what? I'm going to go to the ELD Kool-Aid for that. Oh, man, I love that Kool-Aid. Super safe, super Kool-Aid. Party like a car hauler, send a super chat. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. There's a bit of an echo. Maybe turn down your monitor. Let's do this. I'll tell you what. Let's try that. Okay, so what I just did is I took out the laptop mic. All right, so it's just one microphone, which is the iRig Mic HD. So let me know what you think of the audio now, and I'll read that chat here in a minute, but maybe that'll help. Because I'm still trying different configurations, but there shouldn't be an echo, but that might be what it is. Ty wants to party. Okay, and, oh, Pull Dog's in the house. What's up, Pull Dog? I don't think I've hit the siren that much, that often, in a long, long time. Chris at Pull Dog Transport, I think you guys already know this. He's been putting up some great videos on YouTube, so I've been sharing them here on Facebook. And Chris, I tell you what, man, keep it coming. I mean, there's something about your videos where you've got a style where, you know, like this, where you showed the trailer. I'm telling you, man, you should be selling trailers in your spare time, as if you had spare time. And all that work you did to drill each hole and match a template, I'm telling you, that was awesome. I loved it. I loved it, man. Great stuff. You're throwing out some great video, man. Good job. So thanks for doing it. It's a service to the industry. Hey, Pull Dog, Jay and I were talking about you today, and I'm supposed to call you soon. Ty, you didn't call him? Sheesh. Yeah, I mean, Ty's on the phone all the time, dude. If you can get Ty on the phone, you are lucky. And I mean, he makes a lot of calls. You'll get him on the phone, but he's on the phone constantly. What's up, Pull Dog? Just subscribe. Good info. Nice shout out to Auto Transport Intel. Amen. Yeah, man, I saw that. You know what, Chris? I screen captured where you gave me a shout out. One of these days, I'm gonna try and put that into a nice little package like I did with because Market Trucking Answers did that, and I want to run it past you first. But yeah, man, thank you so much, Chris. It's cool to help each other, isn't it? That's what it's all about. Super Duty for me. Hey, Jay, loving the show. Any part-time insurance company plans available? Interesting. Any part-time insurance company plans available? You know, I don't know the answer to that. But I do know that Sam Farr at Pelican Trucking Insurance, I'm going to be running his ad in about 20 minutes. But if you want Sam Farr's contact info, and Sam's involved with the booth we're going to be at Matt's, booth 63201 in the West Pavilion. Listen, let me know if I can help you out. Super Duty for me, what you can do is email me, autotransportintel@gmail.com, and let me know that you're looking for, whatever you're looking for insurance-wise. I can send you over to Sam. He can see if he can help you out. But Sam, you can get on the phone, Human being, representative. Ants Transportation. Howdy, Ecosystem Car Hauling Rocks. Hey, what's up, Ants Transportation? Thanks for tuning into the show. I appreciate you saying hello, and I hope you're enjoying the show, and thanks for being part of the ecosystem. Alan says, I'm at my poker night. Oh, man, I love playing poker. I also call that dispatching. I have time. Yes, this is... There it is. It's true, man. This industry needs help, dude. Ready Auto, it's full of carriers. That's a good one, Ants. It's true. What is going on with Ready Auto? I talked to a dispatcher recently that said that you can't even get signed up at Ready Auto depending on which lane you're looking to get. I've never heard of that. Dude, I dispatched for years, and I've never heard of that. Like, every carrier I met, man, dozens of carriers. I just help them get signed up, send in the information, get signed up. I mean, after a while, it started to take a week to get signed up. But now, I've never heard of, no, you can't get signed up. Now, I don't think that's just a rumor. And Ready Auto, if you want to clarify that, come on the show. Let us know. Tell us what's going on, because I don't know, man. I never heard of that. But it's an interesting concept. Right. Exclusivity. No, you can't join. It's like a super club. No. The brokers are the worst thing in the business. I used to think that too. When I was a dispatcher, I think you guys know, I stopped. Yeah, it says dispatcher on my hat. Okay. Same hat. But I stopped dispatching at the end of 2018. Oh, thank goodness. I'm telling you, it was making me crazy. But I still understand the pain, and that's how I felt too. And I'm hoping, what I'm trying to do is bring more brokers on the show to explain what's going on, and I'm trying to make friends with some brokers in a good way so we can all work together, because I think that we need to try and start communicating better. But believe me, I get it. You're going to find a couple videos. I did a video. I was so irritated with a broker that, because I had booked a load and then they shafted us. Really? Yeah, really. And I was so irritated that I think I played the voicemails. I was walking around the neighborhood with the phone in my hand, and playing the voicemails, because in my head, like, I literally felt like a lost wild animal. Okay, that's interesting. Hey, happy Tuesday, everyone. This is Alicia at American Veterans Auto Transport. Hope you guys are all doing well. Hey, Jay. Hey, what's up, Alicia at American Veterans Auto Transport, LLC. Alicia, we need to get you on the show sometime so we can hear more about your company and the people you help. And by the way, I think you're a broker. Is that right, Alicia? I think that's true. Brokers make too much on our backs. Now, okay, that's the thing. If you're a broker and you're making 40% on a load, I'm going to say it. You're making too much, okay? I realize that it's American free market enterprise. We don't live in a socialist society. I get it. But if you're taking 40% of the shipper pay, you're taking too much. That's just my opinion, and I think that's the carrier opinion. And if you do get 40%, don't let anybody know. Do not make the carrier collect $2,000 from the shipper and send you $1,200. Don't do it, okay? Oh my goodness, that stuff is crazy. You gotta be crazy. I had a conversation with a manager at a major brokerage who did something like that. I said, you have got to be crazy. He said, hey, if my salesmen are good, my salesmen are good. You can't fault me for that. Bada bing, bada boom. I said, hey, I don't fault you for being good at sales, but I fault you for sucking at accounting. Do not let the carrier see that kind of money. If you're going to make that kind of money, keep it a giant secret. Pay the credit card fees. I don't know. Deal with it. Figure it out. Just don't let the carrier know that you're screwing him to the wall. All right? All right? Okay. Whew, I need some Kool-Aid. Yep, and they need to start doing their job. Well, now there's another part, isn't it? True? Oh, my gosh. All right, so the broker's going to take 40%, and as a dispatcher, I got to do all the detective work? What's the money for? What's 40% for? If you don't even know the code. Sheesh. Give me the right info, gate passes. I'm with you, Alan. It's 100% true, dude. If you're taking that much money and you're not doing any detective work, brother, what are you doing? You're lucky. You're lucky to get that money. You better cash your chips in, because if anybody finds out that you're screwing the house, you are the house. We've been listening, Alan Mallon. We are. Okay, cool. Listen, KarShypr's listening. KarShypr's going to be on the show. I got to get to industry news here in a second. Bulldog is how I found out about the show. Awesome. Mwah. Thank you, Bulldog. I appreciate that. It's cool, man. Patrick is here. Hey, Jay. Hope all is well up here in upstate New York. Hope everything's okay with everyone. Be safe out there. It's a jungle. It's true. Radio is not even checking their loads. Man. Don't even get me started. See what happens? What you need to do is get your DOT and MC. Oh, what do you need to do to get your DOT and MC numbers? Do you need to have equipment? These are some good questions. Javier, you are ready for CTSBusinessCoaching.com. Just go to CTSBusinessCoaching.com, and I'm telling you, 1 hour for $100. Spend the time with Ty, and he will have. Boy, my phone's buzzing like crazy. I got sound problems. Let's see here. Let's see. Check. The sound is messed up. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's do this. How's the sound now? Sound. Check. The sound is whack. Fix the sound. 8. Check. All right. So let me know. Is the sound better? What I did is I switched to the laptop mic instead of the iRig mic. Okay, now wait. Check. Test. So how are we doing now? That's why I have 2 mics hooked up. I don't like the laptop mic as much as the iRig mic, but if the sound is messed up and spun out, then I better know. Hey, man, good job, Ty. Listen, that was Ty sending me, yo, what's up? What do you need to get your DOT? Okay, Ty, give us a shout-out. Looking forward to hearing from you soon. Already called out. I'll be back. Sounds very bad, Jay. Something happened. Wow, so the sound was good. I sound robotic. Okay, low audio volume. Check. All right, so now the sound is better. Oh, well, so that's interesting. So it went to robot. And you know what's interesting about that is that it's better now. That is very interesting because I know exactly what that sounds like, and I heard that. I was doing a test earlier, and I heard the robot sound. This is crazy, man. I mean, why is, yes, volume, losing subscribers, Jay, no sound. Oh my gosh, man, this is great. Thank you, guys. Let's see. My fee doesn't ever go up. It's a flat fee. Oh, that is pretty cool. Now go back and give the big message you just gave. Oh, you guys didn't hear it. So I don't think it was. I don't think it was bad for very long. And the chat is too slow. The chat's too slow. Fix the sound. The sound is terrible. Sorry, 10 to 15%. Check your audio, Jay. Wow, audio problem. Ooh, what do we got here? Sound disturbance, Jay. Alright, so the audio's fading. Okay, so it looks like the audio was bad for a few minutes there. Now I got thumbs up. That's awesome. The audio's perfect. Man, this is crazy. I tell you what, I don't know why. I didn't change anything. You guys were sitting here. Why that microphone did that? Is it because it's going through the computer? I really don't know. I do not know. But we will figure it out together. All right, guys. You guys ready for some industry news? We're running late. But at least we got through this introduction period without, without going into the news with bad sound. So keep me posted. All right, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see here. So we're going to start with a car's weakest part is the nut holding the steering wheel. Yeah, I mean, what do we say about this? Is this why... Do we need driverless vehicles so we can cut down on all the, I get tailed all the time, all right? I'm in Kansas City. I get tailed constantly. It drives me crazy. We all need to send them money for audio upgrades. Thank you. I'll tell you what. You know what? It's interesting you say that. There's a microphone I want to get. I was about to unsubscribe. Well, I got lucky. I'll tell you what. You know what's cool is you guys helped me. I got a different laptop. It's used, but it is different. It is better. It's got faster processors, and I think it's working better. But here, I need to get a new microphone. I'll just go ahead and share this now. I'm looking to get, this is the Yeti. Let's see, Yeti mic. It's not a Yeti cooler. I got no use for a Yeti cooler, really. I need to get this. Yeah, so it's the blue Yeti microphone, and this is what I want to get next. And yeah, I think this will help the audio production quality of the show. Let's do this. Okay, let's just do this. All right, so this is the Yeti, and I'm hoping that I can get one of these. And so if you guys help me, this is my new GoFundMe. Help Jay get the Yeti. Help Jay get the Yeti. Help Jay. If I was a ventriloquist, I could drink Kool-Aid while the puppet says help Jay get the Yeti. But I'm not a ventriloquist. I'm just a guy sitting at a desk asking his audience to help him get a microphone. Okay, let's get back to the show. So, a car's weakest part is the nut holding steering wheel. I'm telling you, I totally agree, and I know you guys have to agree. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how carriers do it, driving the roads all day and dealing with all the nuts holding steering wheels. I don't know how you do it. Like this guy. Please use your headlights. That's a car. That is a car. What is he doing? Dude, most cars have automatic headlights, right? So obviously it's an older vehicle. But yeah, man, come on, dude. And he's probably speeding and swerving and braking and on the phone and eating Cheetos. And, it's crazy. Go to American Music Supply. They will give you 3 easy payments. Yeah. Yeah. How I look when going through the bypass lane of escape. That is awesome. Do you feel yourself doing like, Yeah, that's the face. It's Kermit. Doing the Kermit. Okay, and then if you don't properly do Kermit, you end up with this. This is a lot. This is probably the most sirens I've ever had. Prior to, there's 30 of us. If everyone sent $5, he'd be good. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Thank you, guys. That's a lot of cops, and that's pretty much how it feels. Did you guys see the new, there's a new cop tool? It shoots a Kevlar strap that wraps around you, and, like, you tumble? Wow, dude. That's crazy. Or how about the robot that shoots guns? I thought that was pretty, this is, right? How cold was it yesterday? It's freaking cold, man. I think it said freaking cold on the thermometer. Jay, I'm in hotshot business, but also I want to do car for backhaul. What can you do on this? All right, David, I'll tell you what. Same thing. CTS Business Coaching, 1 hour, $100. It is worth the time. It really is. When you think of all that's at stake, the equipment, waiting for gold bars to fall from the load boards, the insurance, the time, the gas, the deadheading, the headache, the babysitters, etc. CTSBusinessCoaching.com. Ty is helping people. If you don't have any of that information, you just can't remember anything, and your head is spinning, you're like, autotransportintel@gmail.com. Just send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. Looking for one car, Dallas to Detroit. Pick tomorrow, delivery Friday, COD. Boss man, I'm trying to go and close 2-car trailer. What's your opinion on that? Enclosed is cool. All right, it's cool. And that can be a good business. But it's harder to break into. And I don't mean that like it's a good old boys network. I don't mean that. But you really have to set up relationships even more than your open car trailer, because I don't think you can search load boards and find good paying enclosed vehicles on a regular basis. You're going to end up hauling open stuff. You're going to end up hauling enclosed stuff at open rates, and that's not what you're looking for. You have to network. And to build that network in the enclosed market, that's not easy. But again, you can contact ctsbusinesscoaching.com, and we try to help with these specialized niches to help you figure that out. I'm not the lead coach, but I will help you get in touch with Ty, and we want to help you succeed. I'll tell you what, that requires a lot of business strategy. We need to talk about how far you are in the process, where you are on equipment, what area you're in, etc. So you can contact us. Sergeant Schill says, what's up? Hope everyone is good. What's up? You don't truly know the meaning of anger and frustration until you have to fold one of these in the wind. I can't imagine, right? It can't be easy. I know that's a flatbed, that's a tarp, but still, you guys know what I'm saying. Hold on. Tax time is almost here. You know, bad news is I don't think tax time's going to save you this year the same way it has before. Things have changed a little bit in the tax codes, just so you know. Hey, man, that looks pretty good, right? So if that looks good, let's talk about what doesn't look good. But that looks pretty good. Dang, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's pretty good, man. Okay, that's not good, obviously. So why does that happen? Man, that is bad news, dude. That is just bad news. It's hard to figure out where. I mean, if all the spots are full, where'd that one come from, right? If all the spots are full, oh man, now I can see where that one came from. Dang, that blows, man. That's a bad day. That sucks. That can happen. Now that shouldn't happen. Okay, that's just, what is that? Not so many enclosed loads on Central. Yeah, man, enclosed is tough. It's a tough one. And I don't think that a dispatcher is going to figure it out for you. Nope, you have to figure that out. There is no dispatcher or gold bars for enclosed loads. Not that I know of, but, you know, gotta start somewhere. I'm just saying, man. Oh, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. That is crazy. This is why I don't park at truck stops. And if I do, I'll park nose in. This driver spent 3 days waiting for his truck to get repaired. Man, you see so many wrecks at truck stops. It's not cool, man. Why does that happen? Check, check, check. Mic 2-2. Sounds okay? Alright, cool. Man, that's a bummer, dude. I mean, you know, like, you already have enough problems. You don't need that problem. That's why everybody talks about Swift. I'm just saying. You don't need that problem. One of the reasons why, I mean, you know, they talk about beware the kingpin. You'll hear folks say that, but you know that just looks, you know, well, that looks like a time, weather, and aging problem. Eric, yeah, Eric, yeah, this is the kind of stuff that happens on the road. By the way, note the snow. As if you don't have enough enough problems, you got to fix this in the snow. So there you go. Yeti Fund. Thank you, Mark. That's awesome. Woo! Man, that means a lot. Yeah, I gotta get a Yeti. I really do want to get that mic. But I don't know why. The iRig mic should not be turning me into a robot that fast. So I don't know what that is. I don't know. I'll have to check with Nate at Havoc Dynamics. See what he thinks. Alrighty. Oh my god, check out this BS auction hauler. Using ATV straps rated for 500 pounds, had the SUV on the back of the trailer, which as you can see did not go well. The funniest part is he tried the straps in a knot to the D-rings. So I saw somebody said, maybe, probably, either he had it loaded on the back and fishtailed, which makes sense. Or he had it loaded on the front and fishtailed and it slid to the back. But I don't think so. If it slid to the back, I don't know, that sucker I think would be on the road. I don't know. I don't even know how the car is still on the trailer. Thanks, fellas, for the advice. I really appreciate that song. For somebody coming into the game brand new without Dodge Ram 3500, what kind of trailer should I be thinking about? Another good question. Man, you are ready for CTS Business Coaching. Don't you think, Ty? Man. Okay. What else we got here? But if it was really illegal, the auction house wouldn't let us leave like this. Actual excuse from a dude, I-65 southbound. Okay. So, yeah. So he's saying it's the auction. It's the auction's fault for letting him leave the auction. Okay. Yeah. You know, that's the problem with... This is how freedoms begin to get taken away. See, you have the freedom to do that totally wrong. And because you have that freedom, then when you end up with a problem, you know, you blame the auction house. Right? And this is how we begin to lose our freedoms. Does that make sense? We lose freedom because we abused freedom and then blamed it on the other dude that also had freedom. So, yeah, well, what are you going to do? 75 cents a mile. Right. And that's just bad luck, right? I mean, you know, maybe there were warning signs. Here, we'll move this, you know. This was, I got this earlier today. Serge says this happened in Manheim, Orlando. I think he took the photo. I'm not sure who took the photo. Maybe it was him. And, you know, I don't know, man. I mean, what do you say, you know, right? Dang. Man, the whole thing. Oh, no, the cars in the back are good. The guy in the upper deck back is like, can I get my car? I guess so, theoretically. Oh, okay, those are like dealership car. Oh no, those are auction stickers. Okay. So they just, you know. Man, bummer. Okay, and speaking of bummers, you guys had I guess I won't read it. But that'd be Florida to Sioux City, 10 car load, How much does it pay? So the dispatcher's like, well, it's COD. It pays $3,000. It's just that it's 19 cents a mile per car. So basically, yeah, we're going to break even. So that's good. Yeah, that's awesome. And look, I was nice. I artifacted out the broker. Oh, look, 85 COD auctions to dealer, right? Sweet old lady. I can do, we can do the robot dance. And, I'll make you breakfast, easy peasy, hot steaming pizza, VIP, door to door. What a bunch of BS, right? It's garbage. Oh, and speaking of, is this, now I don't want to make a commentary, but somebody shared this with me. And it says 5 days, 500 miles, or it's free. What? I don't know, man. I'm just saying, man. I'm just leaving it there. All right? And anybody is welcome to come on the show, share information, dispute information, let me know what's really going on. That is cool, man. It is cool, dude. So, all right. So what do we got here? Oh, Sun Country. Yeah, man. Let's see here. Yeah, Sun Country. Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully good things, but we are talking. Cars versus freight, benefits, downsides. Yeah, I did a show called Cars versus Freight. That's interesting. What do you guys think? Cars versus freight. I mean, we have mostly car haulers here, but if anybody's done some hot shotting and hauled both, that would be your input is welcome. I'm not able to answer that question. I've never hauled either cars or freight. So obviously I've never hauled any freight. I think people say this, is that you can make more money car hauling, but there's a lot more risk. And there's a lot more involved. So while they're sister industries at best, it's not easy to compare the two. And I think Ty will tell you that if you worked in freight and you come over to car hauling, there's a definite learning curve. Whereas if you were to go from car hauling to freight, you might feel like, wow, that's it. So, I mean, but you can cover more ground faster. Anyways, it's different. This is where I think the ELD is a lot easier in freight because you're bumping docks. You're not dealing with people's hair appointments. Although, maybe you're dealing with the hair appointment of the people that, run the dock. Central loads are bottoming out big time. Yeah, I heard that. Pole Dog, you were talking about how something about central dispatch and the supply is down. I don't know, man. Sounds crazy. So question of the day. Listen. Oh, here we go. Got to switch the camera. Let's do this. Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that. Easy peasy. And let's see if that works. Okay. All right. Whoa, what happened to the camera? What's he doing to the show? Okay, well, it's okay. This is the camera switch question of the day. The question is there car hauling software that connects shippers to carriers? Okay? Because some car hauling software, here we go. Some car hauling software will help you do certain functions. But is there software that will help connect shippers and carriers? Well, we're going to find out. After this advertising break, we're going to hear from Sam Farr at Pelican Trucking Insurance. Actually, I think I'm doing the talking about Sam Farr at Pelican Trucking Insurance. Let's check this out, and after that, we're going to be live with Joe at KarShypr. I hope you'll stick around. It's going to be awesome. Hey guys, Jay at Auto Transport Intel here. Listen, you know that if you're a new car hauler, you're looking for insurance. You've got your equipment, it's time to get insurance so that you can begin the process of getting towards hauling cars. So where do you go? What do you do? When you need insurance, who can you talk to? Well, head on over to Pelican Trucking Insurance and you want to talk to Sam. Now, Sam is a friend of the show, and again, it's PelicanTruckingINS.com, Pelican Trucking Insurance. Go to the webpage, scroll down, you'll find the phone number. There's a phone number, 225-308-9882. You can talk to Sam Farr. Now it's sfar@lemoineinsurance.com, but he is with Pelican Trucking Insurance, and he wants to answer your questions. He wants to talk to new car haulers. He wants to talk to established car haulers too that are looking for a better rate. If you're unhappy with your insurance rate or you don't have a quote yet and you need a new insurance quote, head on over to Pelican Trucking Insurance, pelicantruckingins.com. Ask for Sam Farr. You can send him an email, put in a phone call. And again, you're looking for an insurance agent you can get on the phone, you can talk to, you can get advice from. What kind of a deductible do you need? How much insurance do you need per vehicle? What about automotive liability insurance? It's your liability and your cargo. That's what you need so you can get on the road hauling cars, get set up with the brokers, on the load boards, or if you're talking to a dealership direct, they're going to ask about your insurance. So go ahead and talk to Pelican Trucking Insurance. Ask for Sam. I know he wants to talk to you. Again, here's his phone number. I'm going to scroll down on the page, pelicantruckingins.com. Call Sam, 225-308-9882. Send him an email, sfar@lemoineinsurance.com. You can also find him on Facebook and Instagram, and he's waiting for your call. I'm Jay at Auto Transport Intel, and I approve this message. See here. Okay, you can hear me now. Check, mic check. All right, so listen, we are going to go live with Joe at KarShypr. Before we do, I'm going to go ahead and I want you to see this video. Let's do this. Let's see if I can run this. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we've got... Okay, so there is video. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit pause on that, and we're going to go ahead. We're going to go to the Zoom interview. So let's do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. Okay. Now Joe will be right back with us, and I think you can see me and hear me now. And then Joe is joining us now. Now Joe, I can see you, and I'm wondering if you can see me and hear me. Let me know if you can. Now, and we know already that I've already had one audio hiccup. So hopefully we're steady now. And Joe, I can see you, and I wonder if you can see me and hear me. So let me know if you can. But we are live in the Zoom meeting right now, Joe. Mic check 1 2 2.
I can't hear anything.
Okay, I can hear you and I can see you, but you can't hear. Okay, here's the thing is, so go to your Zoom client and focus on Zoom and ignore the show, if you can. All right, let's see, and while we're doing that, I'm gonna go back to the live chat. Okay, so we've got, is it a good time to get into car hauling as a driver or owner operator? Man, that is a really good question. That is probably a common question. That's another good question for Ty. And you can email Ty, ty@ctsbusinesscoaching.com. So you can do that.
Hello, Jay, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me? And if
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. I can hear you. I can hear you fine. And if we don't have video, but we just have the audio, that's fine, because what I can do is this. I can go to let's do this. I can share my screen and go into screen sharing mode, and I can go back to the video, and I can play the video you shared, and we can look at your website. And essentially, if you want to do that, just let me know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really see the video. I'm trying to bring up the...
And that's fine. So let me know. And these things happen. I mean, I try to get the testing done, but week after week, we're still getting it all figured out. So that's cool. And while you're doing that, while you're checking on a couple things, I'm going to read some more. Mark says, is it even worth it to try to make money with a single car enclosed trailer? Only asking because I already have one. Man, that is a good question. Some people will say that, here, let's do this. Let's stop share for a second. Some people will say that just doing and I'll tell you what, Joe, what we can do is if you want to go back to the configuration of the test we did the other day, you could exit the show. Maybe you've already exited the show entirely. You could exit Zoom, and I could either send you a new link or you could try to rejoin. Either way is fine.
I exited a while ago, but it took me. I think I had a problem when I came back.
And then when you come back, there are video settings either in the lower. You might see some video settings in the lower menu. Like I know I can turn my video off. There we go. I just turned my video off, or I can click the camera and I can turn the video back on. So you have that option too. All right. So, and you know what, Mark? It's a really good question about the single car trailer. And I think what Ty was saying earlier, because I was kind of going off on my spiel about brokers. If you're a single car trailer and you are paying the broker, you're not paying a dispatcher. You don't need a dispatcher if you're doing a single car trailer. But you're paying the broker. The broker's taking part of the shipper pay. So you got to cut that part out. If you're a single car trailer, you've got to be working direct for a shipper. You cannot afford to have anybody in between you and the shipper's carrier pay. That's number one. Number two, a lot of people say that in car hauling, the first car just covers your expenses. Maybe, in fact, I've heard some car haulers say on a 3-car wedge, the first car covers certain expenses, the second car covers your insurance and anything else, and it's really the third car where you make your profit. So if you're a single car trailer, how are you covering all your expenses, your car hauling business expenses, as well as your personal salary and profit, all on one car? That's the question that I think a lot of people have. So that might be what you're asking yourself. I don't know. So I don't think single car over time really is gonna benefit you as a car hauling business. Now you might have a single car flatbed in your car hauling fleet, but if your business is based on a single car trailer, you might be running into challenges profitability wise. From where I sit, the car hauling economy isn't the best when it comes to rates. Some of these go across the country for what I charge for going a few hundred miles on a regular tow. That's the thing, Matt. I mean, if you're in towing, I don't know. Does car hauling make sense if you're in towing? Because it seems to me that to look at car hauling rates after knowing what you can charge for towing, that would just make you sick, right? I mean, you'd be doubled over freaking out. And clothes could be good if you find good customers. That's right. Ty, you can email me. So what do you think, Joe? Do you want to just go with audio?
Yeah, it looks like the audio is what's going to work for us.
All right, cool. So, Joe, I want to welcome you to the show. I appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule for joining me. We're a little bit behind schedule, but I'm not worried about it.
Thanks for having us on, man.
All right, cool. So KarShypr.com. That's what we're here to talk about, right?
Yes, exactly.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show your site, KAR.
So yeah, we can run the website, and I'll explain a little bit how the app works, and then you can open up that video I sent you, and you can just run that in the background as well too.
All right, perfect. All right, so what is KarShypr.com, Joe? What is this?
KarShypr is an app. It's the only app that connects car shipping customers directly with the trucks looking to fill their space. To know a little bit more about it, I would say this is more catered to the POV, which is a privately owned vehicles sector of the industry, where I'm not sure if you had anybody on the show that covered that sector before, but that's pretty much starting off on Google. This is for the military moves, snowbirds, corporate relocation, back to school, small dealerships also. These companies or individuals have no way of finding trucks. And we see this as a very big problem because it's overran now by marketers on Google. Everybody goes on the search engine, they type in cheap car shipping or auto transport quotes. You get a lot of marketers that know how to manipulate Google to show up first on either Google AdWords or paid advertising. They will be the first ones to show up, generate the lead, and sell that to the brokerages. It's not a bad business model, but we see it as a lot of friction caused in the industry because that's what makes a lot of miscommunication happens with the truck drivers that actually haul the freight. Once this information is processed from the marketer, sold to a broker, and it goes out to 10 to 20 brokerages whose sole purpose is to contact this lead very aggressively to close the deal. Again, this is another friction caused in the industry that's passed on to the truck driver because we generate rates on central dispatch. I'm sure everybody knows that. It's not accurate. We don't reach out to a truck first. You mislead the client by telling you have a truck in the area when realistically you never spoke to a truck before. Things like this cause the industry to move in a more dark way. And this is in the POV, maybe not so much in the dealership side of the industry. So we wanted to bring technology to the actual industry and connect shippers with truck drivers. So I'm not sure if you could bring up our website. Let me show you the mobile app. So KarShypr pretty much works in an Uber form. You know, you type in your address, your information, and it's going to generate quotes for you and actually connect you with trucks in that area. We heard a lot of problems in the industry where truck drivers are not able to find loads in their area because they don't have the actual technology to move their truck forward. We allow you to bid and negotiate with the loads in your area and accept with just a tap of a button. Maybe hold on. Can you still hear me, Jake? My
Oh yeah, no, you're perfect, man. No, I agree with everything you said, and I'm excited to hear more about what you've got because I mean it's true. I mean I know that I go to Google. And you said cheap car shipping. I've talked about cheap car shipping on this show before. That people, I mean, it makes me crazy. People are typing in cheap car shipping. You got 395 million results for cheap car shipping, and it's a top ranking Google search phrase. It's full of ads. It's full of lead generators. I mean, it's totally true. So by the time the KarShypr actually talks to somebody with an actual truck, their phone's ringing off the hook and they're going crazy.
Yeah, so there's a lot of misleading ways with lead providers. They don't actually tell you that your phone is about to ring 40 to 50 times in the next 2 minutes. And KarShypr customers do not like that.
No, they don't. They hate it.
I've heard shippers tell me they have to change their phone number, they have to disconnect their phone, or they have to turn the phone off at work when there is a business phone because a lead provider never provided that information. And they never will because you won't fill out the form if you're told that 40 brokerages are about to contact you. And cheap car shipping quote, I mean, there's none showing up here, but it's misleading. There's lead providers that are telling you 33 cents cross country guaranteed. And these companies don't have any say in the industry. They don't care to own any trucks. They're just not in the industry at all. So it's a big problem that we see in the shipping industry. And with all the technology today, we don't see why we can't provide technology to provide these, you know, pretty much remove these middlemen companies and connect them directly with the trucks, which would actually make the trucks more profitable because the average transport broker would probably take about $250 to $300 on a load. I'm pretty sure every shipper would rather pay a trucker a little bit more, and let's say $50 more or $100 more on the actual shipment, and still save about $200, but just using an app.
Well, they would. No, they absolutely would. I mean, that's the thing is that the research is correct. And by the way, how's the audio and video, everybody? I think it's okay.
I keep getting a notice on my Zoom.
What are you getting? You're getting a notice on your Zoom? And it could be because the Zoom could be trying to get a video signal from you. I don't know, but I'll tell you on my end, I'm good here, and you guys, you know, that's the important part. Please let me know how you guys are doing with your audio and video. We seem to be good. No one's saying anything bad, so I say we just keep going.
Okay.
And I because I hear what you're saying, and I love what you're saying. And what I was going to say is this, is that, are you, I bring this up all the time, are you aware of Convoy?
Convoy, yes.
Exactly. And this is, what you've got is the kind of technology that I think is leading us into the future, which is what companies like Convoy are trying to do. If you can connect the shipper to the carrier, but Convoy doesn't do car hauling, so I mean, that's why I bring it up.
No.
Right, exactly. So if somebody in car hauling, if KarShypr can connect a shipper to a carrier, the carrier gets more money, and the KarShypr doesn't have to go crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's a
exactly
win-win.
that. We're trying to build a tool. So we do two things. We have two teams working very hard on this. One of our teams is actually dedicated to just building a tool for carriers. We didn't want to build another load board or another e-pod. We wanted to build an actual tool that scales carriers' business from A to Z. You stay inside the app. The app will actually generate your information. The app is a learning app as well. So the more you use it, the better it will get for you. It will start suggesting loads on popular routes. It actually learns the mileage that you would like to take, so it'll start suggesting rates that actually match what you're inside of. And it's location based. So if you're on a backhaul and you want to see what's in your area, you don't have to type in searches and take up 20, 30 minutes on central dispatch. Just open the app and you'll see the load board, and that's showing you exactly how to get out of there.
And by the way, you had a little bit of artifacting. I heard everything you said. A little bit of artifacting. So it could be maybe the internet signal isn't 100%, and so maybe it dropped the video to keep the audio quality. It's possible. So just keep an eye on your internet signal. But so basically, let me get this straight: is that so with your product, with your app, so shippers download your app, carriers download your app, and this is the beginning of how they can connect directly to each other. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right. Is there any fee to sign up?
No, this app is 100% free to download and use, and the carrier's app will remain 100% free. This portion of the carrier app will be 100% free. The reason why we're doing that is because we actually want to use this as a tool to get new car haulers in the industry. A big thing that we see is car haulers are, they want to get in the industry, they want to buy the truck, they want to buy the trailer, but they have no information on what's out there, how much money they can make. So we definitely want to leave this app free for them so they can scale their business. Again, the point is to go from one truck to 2 to 3. And we feel like this app is actually catered towards that actual field.
And it looks like I looked at earning history. So as a carrier, does it have some other functionality besides just booking loads? It looks like what other features other than booking loads does your app have?
So it has a ton of features, not all that we're willing to touch base on today.
Okay, cool.
So the app is actually on a pilot right now. We have a handful of carriers using it, testing it out in certain areas. We haven't done the initial launch. Pretty much want to do the video to let carriers, new haulers know what's out there and what's coming, so they can actually be prepared to scale their business soon. We plan on doing a launch very soon and open into major cities so shippers and truckers can download and connect.
Wow. So all right. So I'm getting a sneak preview. Is that right? Like
That's 100% correct.
if you're with us tonight, you are getting a sneak preview of what's to come with KarShypr.com. That is awesome. We appreciate that, Joe.
Anytime.
I'm gonna play. All right. So I pressed play on your video. So here we
so
go.
yeah, so this will take you to pretty much the booking flow of the shipper first, and then we'll move into the carrier's app. So
okay,
the shipper interface is going to be similar to if you ever used the Uber app before. It's very similar to that. So you can press
and so you can
either
open and close the shipper picks.
Open or enclose, correct. Select your address, or you can just drop the icon there to the address of your chooser for pickup. Click play and it'll continue.
Cool. All right. Awesome. So there's the user. They're choosing their address. Okay, and then they choose their delivery. right? And it's also using Google Maps or something like that, right? So it's kind of right. It's got a smart interface. All right, cool. So they picked their pickup, they picked their delivery, and now what's happening?
Sir, we have pickup times. We have destination. I'm sorry. We have the mileage that's going to be traveled.
Yeah.
So if you scroll down a little bit more, you can select payment on delivery or by card. Delivery will be cash on delivery. The app will generate a price based on routes ran before in the app, and the app has a smart algorithm in it that's going to change pretty much how prices are generated.
And you can enable or disable bidding. Is that right?
Shippers can allow carriers to bid on their load, or they can allow carriers not to bid.
Cool. So it's almost like UShip in real time. Like that's one of the things I don't like about UShip. You got to wait 3 weeks. I can't wait 3 weeks. I got a life and I got to make money. So all right, so you can do some bidding there, and then you can do pickup, delivery, contact info. Okay, so are we still in the shipper side? Is that where we're at?
This is the shipper side. Yes, this is completing a booking, getting ready to post. So the shipper can select himself as a pickup or delivery, or they can select somebody else on the delivery.
Nice. Okay, I like that. That's cool. Yeah, because that's also one of the things that gets confusing. Let's say if you're new to the process and you book a load off a load board, you get the dispatch, and then you're like, do I talk to the pickup? Do I talk to the delivery? What am I doing? Right? And that this
the app keeps everything organized. You'll never have that miscommunication ever again.
Okay, awesome. All right, so then I can take photos of the vehicle. Awesome.
Yes.
Which
so
is
each
cool.
shipper.
Oh, thank God. Oh my God, we're actually going to know what the car looks like? Oh.
Exactly. Yeah, so you have to take photos of your cars. Truck drivers want to know what they're picking up.
Yeah.
They want to know exactly how it looks, so they make sure they're picking up the actual correct description that they just received.
I can't wait till that's a standard, right? I can't believe we book loads and we don't even know what it looks like. I hate that. All right, so all right, cool. So make, model, year, details, what, running versus in-op. And
basic information that's needed is that for the truck driver to, pretty much decide if he's going to take the information, take the actual load or not, is what you will fill out on KarShypr to get the actual booking process. So this is now, the load is booked, this is bidden. So this is still inside the shipper's app. You can actually, if you see here, you'll see all the carriers that bidded on it.
Wow.
So you can actually go through it, find the best rate, or the best carrier has the best, rate in 5 stars. Depends how much rate you continue getting. So you'll see here, we'll find the best rate and select on it, or just the carrier you're choosing.
Wow, this is cool, man. Yeah, so
I keep getting a notice, Jay. So you got to let me know if you.
Okay. All right, we're still
hearing, because I don't know if I'm.
Well, we're still good. You're probably getting a notice because your connection is crackling a little bit. We're okay. I say keep going.
Okay.
It's just it's as if maybe it's as if you were driving or something, but I mean you're not driving. But yeah, no, we're good. All right, so cool. So they get the bidding, they get the offers, and then they can accept something. It's kind of like, I guess this is what Uber looks like in the right, if in the load world, this is what Uber would be like.
Uber doesn't give you a lot of features like bidding.
Right. You can't bid on different drivers, can you?
You can't. No. Yeah. Uber. That's one of Uber's main problems. They don't have any bidding in there. It's just you take what you can, and if you don't like the price, you got to move on. This was a major thing for shippers. Where is their load? And this is pretty interesting for the shippers that's on this platform already. They really don't check this very often. You would really think shippers would want, just like Uber, and real-time GPS tracking. We found that shippers just want to know pretty much when the car is getting picked up and when it's getting delivered. They check this probably twice just to see the status. Am I still there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, you're good. I still hear you. Okay. Crackling a little bit, but it's okay. All right, so I think we finished the shipper app. I keep hitting pause, but that's because I don't want to miss anything and I want to talk.
But that's fine. Yeah, so that's the end of it. The load's now delivered.
Cool.
And you rate your truck.
Oh, wow.
If you click play, it's going to go to... basically.
And shippers can rate carriers, carriers can rate shippers?
Okay, exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's a two-way street. So the shippers will rate the carriers, and the carriers will rate the shippers. So in the future, carriers that actually are maintaining a 5.0 star, those carriers can actually demand more for their service.
Right, right, and it's inside the app. And I'll tell you, that's another thing. You've heard the statistic. Somebody who has shipped a car, especially a POV, is more likely to ship a car again after they've shipped a car once. Like there's something about whether it's their lifestyle, they're a car collector. There seems to be something. I think it's probably like people that book a flight. People that book a flight are more likely to probably book another flight rather than never flying again.
And they want to use the same carrier that provided the service the first time. Right. And we have a pretty cool feature we're going to show, not today, but that's going to enable them to select that same carrier.
Oh, man, you're teasing us. It's great. Okay,
so this is the carrier's load board.
Okay.
These are what we call smart apps. So these are actually location-based, preference-based. This is actually catered towards your actual app. This will show you the best loads first and actually keep your truck loaded. So if you click play, we'll go ahead and find that load that we just posted.
Oh, cool. So you're getting load suggestions, something like that? Like based on your route? Is that what's happening? And then, and you can accept or you can counter. Oh, wow. Now, I think I did lose you, Joe. I think you'll come back. And while we're waiting to see if you do come back, let's see. We got some pretty good. And there is a question. I got to make sure we ask you this, Joe. I can hear you again. I knew you'd come back.
Okay.
We do have a question about how many cities, which cities. Is there some? Are you just kind of regionally beta testing right now, Joe?
Yes, we're small cities right now. Like we have a handful of carriers that's just testing out the app, taking some of the loads we have on there. We haven't fully released yet, and we will notify. If anybody wants to know when the full app is going to be released, just follow us on Instagram. We're pretty active on Instagram, Facebook. We'll definitely update you as well, Jay, when we do the full release. So all the carriers can take advantage of it.
Excellent. I'm glad you will, because I will definitely push that out. I can tell right now this is very interesting. Many people are very interested, and I know this for a fact, Joe. Not everybody that's interested is live chatting. There are people watching that aren't doing anything but watching, listening. I mean, they probably got photographers surrounding the screen like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's incredible. Okay. All right.
We feel like it's amazing too.
It is. This is pretty awesome, man. Yeah, this is really cool. And again, it's not an ePod. This is not This is not a BOL inspection app. This is a what do you call it? Because you don't call it a load board. What do you call it?
This is a tool. This is a tool to scale car hauler businesses, and it's actually a tool for shippers to find carriers and to save money on shipping as well.
And you could probably, if you're a carrier, download the app, install it, and then just let it run in the background. And can you get notifications? That's the goal, right? You'll get notifications.
Oh, yeah. Every time there's a load posted in your area, you'll be notified. You can actually get first dibs on it, accept it right away.
So you don't have to babysit it. Just install it and keep it running, right?
Yeah. The app will notify you.
Like, why wouldn't you get this app, right? It'd be like, well, I don't want to see Burger King, Okay, so all right, so these are job details, and that's the screen. I mean, I like that. Your interface looks clean and informative. All right, cool. And I'm assuming based on the post, you get certain amount of information. So
if you click pause here,
let's do it.
So what just happened is the job is now accepted. Okay. This is actually a booking that you're actually on the way for. If you click play, it would show you. We wanted to put a lot of actual power inside the app. We know a lot of drivers that are bouncing around from app to app, You
Oh,
get a
gotcha.
job and you got to import it into another
Oh my
app, and
gosh,
then
I
you
got
get it
this.
to import another app, and
Oh
then
yeah.
you got to navigate there, and that's hard to do when you're driving a big truck. So
Right.
we've heard that, and we built everything.
They
Go ahead.
say you can't. They say you can't be on your phone. You can't touch your phone. You can't be near your phone. Although all the other drivers, every other nut job with a steering wheel, he's on two phones. But no drivers can be on phone, which makes sense. And yet everything's on your phone.
Exactly. We it makes zero sense, but
It does.
eh, it's just the way it works,
I
I
know.
guess. So if
We'll
if
get
you
there.
click play,
Okay. Cool. Oh, cool.
you have everything inside your interface to complete this job. You can
Cool.
tap a button and call the shipper. You can tap a button to send a
Oh,
text message to the shipper. You have your
nice.
job details,
Nice.
and you can navigate using Google Maps or Waze.
Dude, Waze is cool, man. Waze is
Waze,
cool, dude.
Waze is a great platform.
Man, I
Very
mean,
great platform.
it's amazing. So that's cool. All right, good. Integrated. That's awesome. I like that you got those options. You can text, call, hit your maps buttons, right? You don't
Yeah,
have to go fishing
we wanted
through
to
your
put
calendar.
everything, at a arm's reach for a truck driver. We feel
Right.
like it's too much to get a hold of your customer, update them. It's too much friction. So we
Yeah,
put everything together where the truck driver can actually take their business from A to Z, just on one app.
that's awesome, man. All right, cool. And then at the end of the and now and here, how about payment? Can you accept payment through other like Cash App, Venmo, Zelle?
So payment is integrated into the app. You can select cash on delivery and pay your driver on delivery standard form, or you
Okay.
can actually pay with your card. At that point,
Credit
KarShypr
card.
will pay the carrier. We're
Okay.
pushing. We haven't released that part of it yet, so we're pushing to have a 7-day guarantee payment for all carriers.
Cool. Yeah, awesome. Because that's obviously a big part of it. And now, what if you do use an ePod? Are you gonna partner up with other ePods, or what's your thinking on that, so that the ePod and your system work together?
We are exploring different options right now.
Awesome, I love it. Well, yeah, man, you should be a if you have an ePod, and it seems like we've had some ePods on this show. Sounds like a conversation ready to happen. All right, so you've rated your shipper. I got a little more video here. Please rate the customer, and you say he's amazing, and then your trip is complete. PT has completed the trip. Please check the invoice. Oh wow, so this is a message to the shipper.
This is a message to the shipper, correct? So the
Awesome.
shipper will continue to get notifications. Again, the shipper is not left out of the loop any at all. So every actual notification that you move forward with on the app notifies the shipper. And we noticed with this app that the shippers get so much notifications that they really don't check the GPS on. They pretty much know where a car is at all time.
And isn't that the thing? Like it's like we're the same way. If we just get a little message, then we don't panic and check all the bank accounts and the fraudulent alerts and
No,
everything. We just want to know
it's
what's going on.
transparency.
Yeah,
And that's what the industry lacked for a very long
I
time.
know.
There's no
Oh,
transparency.
it's brutal.
Brokers, it's don't want to talk bad about them, but most brokers just want to get their deposit, and that's it. They don't want to answer the phone ever again.
And there's
And that
truth
makes it
to that.
that makes it really hard for truck drivers, because here you are trying to run a professional business, and you pick up a car and you're getting screamed at by the shipper because they think you're with the same company. They think you're the brokerage. They think you're
They
the person
do,
that they
man.
spoke to on the phone.
And
So
it goes
Go
both
ahead.
ways. Well, no, we're on the same page, and it goes both ways. We all want to be informed. Some carriers go AWOL. Some brokers, are just, they disappear once they get the deposit. In essence, and that's part of the reason why it's better to connect a carrier to a shipper in many cases. Take all the confusion out of the process, and just, in your system, the shipper and the carrier are going to know each other. There's no bones about it, right? We're going to know who each other is, and we're going to know where each other is, and we're able to contact each other. That's another thing I don't understand about some of these VIP loads is everybody's so important, nobody can talk. What are you talking about?
It's because you don't really want the carrier to have the information, and I think that's wrong.
It's totally crazy.
That just makes friction. That just causes everybody to do bad business.
It's like, no, you are so important that nobody gets to talk, huh? Okay. That'll be $1,000 to go 10 miles. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, let's do this, man. What we're gonna do is I've got another message that I'm gonna push out here about ATI 2290 because it is tax time, and then we're gonna have Ty and Ron join us in the live panel, and we're gonna keep the discussion going. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right, here we go.
What is Form 2290? Well, if you drive a heavy highway vehicle that weighs 55,000 pounds or more on public highways, you're required to file tax form 2290 with the IRS. Every year, you can do the paper form, mail it in. Don't mess with that. Get it done. Go to ATI2290.com, ATI2290.com. Now, when is Form 2290 due? Well, annual renewal of your Form 2290 for a new tax period must be completed by August 31st every year. And if you purchase and first use a vehicle in January, you must file Form 2290 by the end of February. Keep that in mind. Know the rules. Go to ATI2290.com. Just get it done. Go to ATI2290.com. What's a stamp Schedule 1? After filing your Form 2290, you'll receive a stamped Schedule 1 or proof of payment. You're going to want that. You're going to want to keep that on hand. Go to ATI2290.com, ATI2290.com. What are the penalties for failing to file IRS Form 2290? Well, equal to 4.5% of the total tax due, assessed on a monthly basis up to 5 months. And for late filers, additional monthly payment equal to 0.5% of the total tax due. And so, you don't want to mess around with this. Get it done. Make it easy. Go to ATI2290.com. That's ATI2290.com. Get it done. I'm Jay at Auto Transport Intel. I hope this helps you. Let's do that. Okay, and hey, by the way, during that, hey, Eric, thank you so much for the input about the audio and the echo, and I caught that, and then I was able to get rid of that, and so, let's see, now we're back. Okay, and I think there's a little bit of a delay.
By the way, during that, hey, Eric,
there is a bit. And whoever's listening to the show, go ahead and remove that volume. And we will get there. We will get there, ladies and gentlemen. We will get there. And if you again, so somebody's watching the show, and it's not me because I can hear the 7-second delay on somebody's Zoom audio, and it happens. And also, I want to thank, American Veterans Auto Transport LLC. Thank you so much for contributing to the Yeti Fund for Auto Transport Intel. I have a feeling I'm going to get that mic sooner than later, and man, I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. And it benefits me and it benefits you because really we're trying to improve the show. And, as you notice, I didn't go back to the robot mic. So, and I think my video's okay. I think I got rid of some of that laggy stream. Laggy. If I get an animal, if I get a dog soon, I'm going to name him Laggy Stream. Okay, so we are back live on Auto Transport Intel, and we are lucky to have with us right over here next to me, we've got Ty from CTS Business Coaching. If you've got a CTS Business Coaching question, you're going to talk to Ty. Also, down here in the lower corner, we've got Ron from NYC Traffic Inc. Ron is a repeat live panel discussion member. And Ron, we're really glad to have you back on the show, man.
Thanks for having me back, guys. Always a pleasure.
Awesome. And, of course, we've got Joe from KarShypr. And Joe has been telling us about the KarShypr platform that he has been putting together. And we've got some people checking out KarShypr right now. And if you've got a question for Joe, I encourage you to go ahead and live chat it now. But what we do in the live panel is we had the interview with Joe. And thanks for hanging on, Joe. I appreciate it. Can you hear us okay?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. Okay, and what we're going to do now is we've learned a little bit more about KarShypr. We got to see that demo. By the way, that video was really helpful in seeing the screenshots from the mobile app. That means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to everybody here. Between the website and that video, we learned a lot about your product. So now we're going to open it up to an industry discussion. People can keep asking questions, and we're going to talk about, I think probably the first thing we're going to talk about is load boards.
Oh, my favorite.
Right? Ron loves that topic, and I mean, it really is an important part of why we're here talking about this tonight. In fact, I'm going to hand the baton over to you, Joe. Based on what you know about load boards, how does that factor into what you're trying to create?
Are we talking about car hauling load boards? Or?
Yes, car hauling load. We'll start with car hauling load boards, but I like that you said freight because obviously you're paying attention to trucking load boards in general. But yeah, let's start with car hauling load boards. I mean, what are the car hauling load boards? People still ask me, what are the car hauling load boards? What would you say?
Central Dispatch.
Right, Central Dispatch.
A couple apps out there. Not really in, I don't like mentioning other companies.
No need to. But
from what we can see in the car hauling industry, is the load boards are inefficient.
Right.
The tools inside the load boards, they're not actually there to help. The filters are not there to help. It's old technology. It's not matching carriers. I mean, I think in 2019, with freight has, I think, 4 major players that are using load boards to match carriers. Car hauling doesn't have one. So pretty much load boards and car hauling is just exactly what it is. Just a load board, a switchboard, which is pretty much probably the correct term for it. You post a load and carrier has to go through a lot to search for it.
That's right, and that's why I say one of the things I say, and I don't think it's unfair, but I'll say things like phone book list of loads because it's just a list of information. It may or may not be correct.
Go bars, Jay.
Right? It's a list of where to find gold bars.
There you go.
It's a treasure map, except there's not many pictures. So it's more like a treasure list. A possible treasure list. So there you go. Possible treasure list, loadboard.com. But that's why Ron is on the show with us, because Ron doesn't dislike the possible treasure list.com.
Yeah, I'm a big on these boards.
He found a way to make it work for him. Isn't that interesting? It is.
That is interesting.
What I find with this app, which is a great idea, my hat's off to you putting this together. I'm sure it's a lot of work, great things in it. Definitely, though, right now it seems like it's aimed towards one market, which is the POV market. But I look at these boards in 3 different ways, or 3 different markets. You got the wholesale market, and you got that lease return market, and you got the POVs. Lease returns also include fleet rentals and stuff like that. And then, but this app that you just started right now is great.
Thank you.
It would, the thing with the wholesale market and the leasing return market is that it's so grand, so big, and if you were to somehow get that all together, it would be great. But I work off, for example, the POV for me market doesn't work too much for me, just for me, for what I do. But the wholesale market and the lease return market is missing something like that. But there's so many dynamics in it because you're talking about all these major companies involved in these big boards that I could see you'd have to go through a lot of hoops, jump a lot of hoops to get all these large companies to agree to filter everything now through you. You would almost be maybe like a third party up against their boards. But for me, these boards to me are the greatest thing ever. There was a question that came up on your board before, Jay, if you don't mind me bringing it up. If what is car hauling like in a bad economy? And you got to remember when it comes to, for example, let's take the lease return market. You're talking about vehicles that are coming off lease from 3 years back. So if we're starting to go through a bad economy, whatever was happening 3 years ago is still good while you're going through that bad economy. The POVs tend to feel it the most because it's dealing with the general public. So when there's a bad economy, people will maybe start shipping less. You'll feel the fluctuation more. Just like right now, how Central is people are talking about it's bottoming out, and there's a lot less on it. But that app that you have going there is a great idea. My hat's to you. It's really good. A couple little things that I could see if you added on, simple little tweaks, would be great. I mean, the payment terms that you said, how does that happen at the end of the delivery? You kind of got a little robotic at the end while you were explaining that. How is the carrier paid off?
So carrier is either paid through KarShypr. It's at the point of booking a load, the shipper will select whether they're going to pay cash on delivery to the carrier, which is traditional form on Central Dispatch, or they're actually going to use their debit or credit card to actually pay the app. Now, if they pay the app, it will notify the truck before even accepting the load. You will know that KarShypr is going to pay you. But we haven't started that actual phase of the app yet, so we're aiming to have a 7-day guarantee. But when we do the initial release, every carrier will know our payment terms before ever taking a load.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, that's good. That's good. You're definitely going down the right street with this stuff, heading in the right direction. It's just a great idea. I can see how it can make it easier, especially for people just starting up a new car hauling business, how they could use this to
and that's essentially what we want to use it for, is to pretty much take new car haulers and so they can get to the next level.
Right.
We will be working closely with I think will be more catered towards your business, what you're doing today.
Right. Yeah, that's great. That's good stuff. The definitely now, again, going back to somebody had asked some time to start a.
We got, hey guys, hang on 1 second.
Just for like the reason of like this app that you're presenting.
Okay. What we did is we had a bit of a dropout there. I'm not sure why, but we're okay now. Let's keep going. So we're talking about the way the app handles payment after the delivery, right?
Okay.
And yeah, please go
and
ahead.
Then I was asking, I was commenting on a question that was placed on your board just before, Jay, about is this a good time to start a car hauling business? And I would say this is just for tools like the one you're offering right now. We didn't have these tools back then. Now is the time. If somebody wants to get into this business, there are so many tools, so many resources now, more available for beginners to get started. Obviously, you got to do your research, not know who to call, but you got to do your research. But there are resources out there, just like this gentleman from KarShypr.com with this app. Back in the day when you tried to move POVs, to try to locate them, try to put things together, you had nothing like this to help you out. So this is like 10 steps forward compared to what we were doing even 5 years ago, 6 years ago, really.
Oh my gosh, right? Things are changing so fast.
Fast. I'd say drastically probably in the last 3 years. 3 years. And right now is definitely if there was any time I can think in my 20 years of doing this is by far the easiest time to get into car hauling for a couple of big reasons too. when it comes to financing, cash flow, and finding where these loads are, it is so much easier now. Cash flow now is not, back in the day, you used to have to wait 30-day terms, 60-day terms. Now, these big shippers, they're paying you within 24 hours, the most 3 days. So when you're first starting out, you need that initial injection of cash coming in. You can't wait 30 days. And now, because these big carriers these big shippers are funding you a lot quicker, it's a lot easier to get the ball going. And again, KarShypr.com, with a tool like this for the POV market right now, initially, oh man, and in POVs, there's a lot of money in POVs. And I remember when I ever restarted something, I always went through POVs because it was a quicker way to get more money sooner than waiting for these big shippers who had new cars and they were taking 30 days to pay. And with an app like this, it's good. It's good for people who are just starting out.
You made me think, like, for example, like Ready Auto, which again, I'm hearing that it's tough to get signed up with Ready Auto right now.
Jay, I that question came up last week. Remember on your show about why they don't, and something came to mind after your show during the week that, when I remember actually when I first signed on to them, I waited 6 or 7 months until they accepted me. And I remember when they finally accepted me, was because I had heard somebody had kind of dropped out for whatever reason. I don't know if they got pushed out, the numbers are wrong. And then I got the call, congratulations, come on board, here's the packet, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not surprised that Ready does that. They are the tougher shipper to be headed by.
I can't fully wrap my head around why you shut off the gate. I get the theory, but why would you? I mean, unless you have that tight a control over the data. But I want to say this. Here's the positive thing I want to say is, one of the things I've heard regularly about why people like working with Ready is because of the fast comm checks. Right? If you can pay a carrier fast, you really rise in the good ratings. I mean, and Joe, that's a big part of this. If you can help get carriers paid faster, man, like it will spread like wildfire.
Yeah, and that's the great thing about like Ready, that has a board like that. Also, again, biggest factor, you get paid right away, like you said, but it eliminates a factoring company for those people who first start out and they look to get a factoring company to start getting cash flow quick. You just rather pay Ready their 3% and get paid in 2 days instead of paying a factoring 3%, or you can wait 2 weeks with Ready and not pay the 3% at all if you can wait 2 weeks. But that money is boom, 2 days later, you give them their 3%, they take their 3%, 2 days later, that money is in your bank account, direct deposit, no questions asked. I don't think I've even ever had a hiccup or have had to call them, or maybe once I called them, but it was probably my fault. But, it is rare that I will have some kind of issue with a car that I didn't get paid for or something. So when you're on your own, all that administrative, race that you're going through, trying to get everything together by the end of the week to get it in for billing, it is actually eliminated now. I actually do all this by myself, pretty much using my iPhone and my tablet, literally, because these boards now eliminate invoicing, worrying about getting paid, chasing the money, any of those things.
Let me ask. Here's what I want to ask. Joe, do you think you'll be able to integrate things like comm checks? Will that be hard to do?
It's an option we're exploring. I don't think it will be hard to do. We're trying to explore the fastest, most efficient way of getting carriers paid without taking a fee. Again, we do want to use this portion of the app to scale business. We want to do anything we can to actually get the hauler actually moving forward and getting another trailer on the road. One trailer doesn't really cut it in a small business like an owner operator. So we're exploring our options on how we're going to work out our payment, and I'm pretty confident we're going to choose the best way that keeps the money in the truck's pocket and inside the business. But
And then
again,
we're gonna have to find a way to help reach the car shipping customer, those POV customers, right?
Yeah, we have to reach out to the car shipping customers.
How do you reach car shipping customers? The random POV customer.
Lead generator.
Cheap car shipping, right?
We have some options we're
You have some
gonna be
ideas.
exploring.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. You know, I shared this on LinkedIn. Did you see that Vroom? I don't know if this is. I'm assuming it's recent. Vroom has jumped into the tank with Carvana, Car Gurus, Cars Direct, True Car. I don't know how new that is. I didn't know that.
It's old news, Jay.
No, it's not.
Did you say
That's wrong.
Vroom? Did you say Vroom or Zoom?
Vroom.
Vroom. Oh yeah. I think
It's old news. Isn't it, Ron?
Listen, if it's old news, then there's
I
a
don't
new ad. Then it's a new
I don't think
ad
it's old
campaign.
news.
But
I
here's
might
the
have
thing
it
is,
confused with Zoom.
I don't think it's
Go
old
ahead.
news. But that thing is that a new ad, and that's my whole point. And that's fine. It's fine. You know what? Put egg on my face. That's fine. That's just fine.
I'm
So, so I know.
I don't even
So-
know.
It's a new. It's kind of like Super Bowl commercials. Even if it is old news, which it's not, but even if it is old news, it's a new message to somebody that hears it the first time, and that shows us the power of delivering a message. You can have, the greatest carrot cake making facility this side of the Pecos, but if nobody knows, well, you don't sell as many cakes.
Maybe we could have the carriers help get the message to the shippers.
Oh, now there's an interesting idea.
Wow.
Whoa, what's up? Oh man, that's awesome, dude. What else? Okay,
I got an announcement, Jay.
yeah, please, Ty. Thank you.
Awesome. I think we're going to make it official. We're going to have Ron join the CTS coaching team.
Get out of here. That's awesome, man. I love the idea.
I'm always here to help out. Any information I have, I'm more than happy to help out. This is the time, and Ty is a great person to reach out to for questions, just for the smallest thing to the biggest thing. Ty's anytime I've reached out to Ty, it's like golden. So you go into the right place. And with Jay behind, I gotta say, Jay with the research and that little nerdy side of him, it all works together. So I like it. So that's why if I can put my 2 cents in, I feel like I'm part of something here.
Wow.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. But
And I'm real serious about it too. You've opened up my eyes to quite a few things. I'm still learning. I'm not a tech guy. I hate to admit it, but I'm the old crotcher guy that stands around. Oh no, I can't do that. I am learning, and Ron, you've been very instrumental in that. So I do appreciate it, and I'm glad you're part of this now.
no,
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you guys having this platform to kind of have people on like KarShypr, and last week you guys had another company on that helped, and I'm sure people are getting something. Sometimes you don't realize the littlest detail could just light up a big bulb on fire under your butt and be the thing to catapult you to go to the next step. And you don't find things like this, especially live chats where people can post stuff and we can go back and forth and banter, whether there's no end result to it, but at least information. There's always progress in talking and having these tables and these,
Well,
I think
Ron,
that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
Here's
man.
the-
Thank you. Thank you, Ron.
Ron, what were your 3 segments, market segments?
My 3 markets. Well, I always broke down the markets in 3 ways: the wholesale market, the lease to term market, which kind of is a broad term market because that also entails the fleets and the car rentals, and then there's the POV market. which brings me back to KarShypr.com, which I love it. I actually do. If I was in the POV market right now, I'd be using that. That's like, whoa.
It's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, if I was like into this in my first year, I'd be like, whoa, you know.
Hey, Ron, good news.
Sure.
We got Joe on the show. So, Joe, when he's ready, he's probably going to call you.
Oh.
Definitely reach out to us. And I mean, we definitely want to connect. I mean, you sound like you're very, very knowledgeable in the industry. So we love to build great tools for car haulers. That's one of the things.
Yeah, people, you know, it's great that there's minds like you who like to, you know, do these projects and put them together, because it takes a lot of work, you know, putting all this data together. I always bring up that word data, because now in this day and age, to me, there's so much data out there that that's documented, that people like you, Joe, who can put this all together and come up with an app like this is great. I wish I had the time to do it and the mind to do it too. But you know, it's now is a time, Joe, that something like what you're offering could really take off. You know, I see a lot of things in it that, like, wow, back in the day, I was pulling my hair out trying to figure out how I was going to do this, how I was going to also seem like a professional, you know, because customers out there, you know, they're looking at you like, oh, look at this guy. It's just, you know, drive by night, you know, car haul. I'm never going to see him again. You know, maybe I'll pay him, maybe I won't pay him. But now you kind of have some credibility because you're being rated. I use Uber. Let me throw this in. I use Uber a lot. I want to be honest with you. You know how many times I've used Uber, and if I see that awesome. Guy's rating low or something like that for safety reasons, like if I'm somewhere at like 2 o'clock in the morning in this big city, and I need to get somewhere, I'm like, this adds credibility to that person who's picking me up, which in our case would be us, the carrier. So it's great. I love it. Good to you. I take my hats off to you, Joe. You know, keep on it. That's great.
Yeah, we see it as a way. Again, it's just a way for the car hauler to show their actual experience and how they transport cars. Right now, when you do a good job in a traditional broker, if it does happen to have a great transport, the shipper is going to rate the broker on Google. 9 out of 10 times, you're not going to find a trucking company on Google. Trucking company is too busy, especially the small trucking companies, owner operators. They're on the road all the time. They don't have time to build a website and do Google AdWords and get their business up. So the shippers get all the ratings, and the trucker stays in the background. There's no way to scale your business in that way.
True.
Right, and when you say that, see, that's what gets into, because we've got, I mean, I know there are small, growing fleets that are trying to build their book of business, gain website presence, engage in social media, maybe pull on a car shipping calculator, and they're finding it hard to break out. They feel stuck. They can't take control of their business because they can't fully reach all the customers.
Oh yeah, it takes a lot right now to run a trucking company. You have to find your own loads. You got to find your own back calls. Central Dispatch is not really the most user-friendly platform out there, so you spend a lot of time doing just the smallest amount of work. Then you're mapping your routes, and this is for the small trucking companies, the ones that the owner operators that have to take out an expense to hire, you know, somebody to manage the phones and the actual computer, like a dispatcher. It pulls away from their business. So we're mainly trying to create a solution for that. Just, you know, we would love to come back on maybe a year from now with about 10 owner operators and come on your show, and so they can tell everybody how they scale their business in about a year or two. So we believe this platform will take a lot of friction and scale, you know, some companies up to the next level, and then we'll build something, you know, even better, and you know, get more trucking companies on and scale more trucking company business.
Hey, by the way, station identification, I want to take this moment. I want to thank Truckify. Truckify is going to be on the show next Tuesday night, and Truckify has, again, contributed to the show. They say check out Truckify.com, new car hauling app. Next week on Jay's show, Truckify imports all BOLs directly into the driver's app. Download Truckify in your app store. Thank you, Truckify, for contributing to the Yeti microphone fund here on Auto Transport Intel. Okay. I really appreciate it.
See, I created that echo. That was actually a J.
Yeah, that was a live echo.
That was a J-generated echo.
That was pretty good.
Oh, man. Alrighty. So, let's see. Oh, Jay Wilson, he's active here. So I'm looking to start with a 2-car hauler. Should I start with a 3-car hauler? Truckify's here. What's up, Jay? Lovely show. Man, I mean, you know what's cool is it's not the biggest live audience, although it might be the biggest live audience. This actually could be, even though it's in the 20s, it could be the biggest live chat audience in car hauling at the moment.
Good for
Which
you,
is,
Jay.
I think,
That's good work.
that's a fair representation of what's happened to this industry. We're so fragmented, almost nobody's talking other than, like, friends.
Mm.
But how do you... It's hard to communicate with somebody on the other side. It's like...
Well, it's just how, like, for example, if you just, taking back where are you from? Ty, where are you calling from? Joe, where are you calling from? Where I'm from. Before, just like you said, it's either talking in the truck lots, in the parking lots, or just immediate friends, So this is why I like it. This is
I know,
great.
I love this too. I know.
Yeah, this is good stuff, and I'm sure it's gonna get bigger. And again,
it is.
Not to say my way
Mm-hmm.
is the way either, and I think I've heard Ty say the same before as well. But the experience or the resources out there now are just so great, and it is the time if you want to get into it to do it. Got to reach out to Ty though, somebody who can help you out, because initially it is so hard to get into it. First month, 2 months, I've always said, you're going to be like, what the hell did I just do? But if you call somebody like Ty, who has the time to put into it, give you some good information, it's gonna help you so much. It's gonna eliminate all these holes that I remember going through and being like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm doing this again. But again, take my hats off to you guys for starting this, and I'm sure whoever's watching this or listening out there is getting something, a small little nugget that's going to help them get to the next step.
Yeah, thank you. And I feel the same way. And I mean, I know even Jay right now, his pistons are firing. He's getting information. I'll tell you what, I've got a question I want to ask Joe. Joe, we've talked about POV, and Ron has raised the topic of other markets. Let's talk about auctions, lease returns. Is there a way to open up? Do you see a pathway to open your platform to engage another market like that? Or is it going to be impenetrable because of the auction houses?
We're definitely going to explore into that sector of the transport. We're going to have to figure out how to make this more transparent. There's a lot of problem in auction houses and transport with communication, cars not ready, information being, incorrect. So,
yeah, you are speaking Ty's language. Ty knows the auction like a dog knows the park.
Well,
yeah,
we're gonna have to work closely with Ty.
Anytime I've spoken, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Anytime I've spoken to Ty, all I hear is an auctioneer in the background.
Auction, exactly.
Yeah, we see a lot of friction in that area. We definitely want to make a solution for it, but that's gonna, I guess, just with time. With time, I'm sure we'll have something that will make auction transport and that sector of the industry a little bit better.
Yeah, I can see how that could be helpful for Joe if he does get into it.
Well,
sorry, Jay.
No, and I was going to say to Ty, I want to pass it over to Ty. Ty, what kind of help do the auctions need? I mean, where are we? Give us the state of the auction, if you will.
State of the auction. Well, the good news is whether you like them or hate them, they're still here. So like I always tell everybody, I say, I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. I know for sure there are 4 auctions in Kansas City Metroplex, right? I know for sure 2 of those 3 run about 1,500 to 2,000 cars every week. And then I think once a month they have a closed factory sale, each one that runs like another 1,000. So, I mean, you're looking at 4,000 cars at an auction a week. It's quite a few cars.
Wow.
In Kansas City, I mean, what's Dallas doing? What's Florida doing? What's Pennsylvania doing up there with Ron? You know, I don't, how many cars are there
Oh my
running?
gosh, forget about it.
Oh man, the amount of auctions in like a 200 square mile radius around here. I probably have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my goodness, like 9, 10. You know,
And if you read like new used car trade information, there is still tons of activity in used cars, right? I mean,
tons. To me, the used car market
or
is
more,
just
more than new.
it's just how the gentleman last week was saying. It's like 5 folds, 10 folds more than the new car. And again, with these big car supermarkets, CarMax and Carvana and CarSense, who buy big quantities of vehicles too are moving. It's just nonstop. That's why to me these boards are they're mostly the ones who post these loads. It's just always work, and these auctions. I sometimes I wonder who's buying all these cars, because it's just so many cars that go out. It's just like,
I know. I said you could drive the United States city to city to city to city, in between cities. There's dealerships everywhere. How are they moving all these freaking cars? Yeah. And then as you learn more about dealerships, how they've got the crunch of time and inventory they got to get through, I mean, it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, I remember, I don't know if I brought this up once before. I remember going to a dealership one time. They asked me to come by, and I went there. It was a major dealership, Honda. And in their back room, which I didn't know dealers had this, they had this one room that looked like that typical boiler room at a brokerage firm, okay? It was in the back of the dealership. There was a big round table. In it were like 10 large screen monitors going, okay, with all these different markets going on, okay? And they were buying cars at 100, 200 clips at a time, okay? And they were hitting these and buying these and moving them and storing them and flipping them. It was crazy. It was literally like watching brokers at a stock market trying to pick the best stock and moving it here, moving it there. It was amazing. I was dumbfounded, and I was like, wow, there's so many markets within this used car market that generally most even carriers have been around for a long time don't even know about. Give you another example. This is one underground market where certain guys will buy like 200 cars at a time, store them. Am I going off here?
Oh,
we'll store them.
Good stuff. This is what I preach every day. Dude. Keep going.
There's so many markets. I'm always amazed, and I still to this day learn all these different ways that they move cars that we don't even know about. All we do is move them and not think, where do they start and where do they end. But it's amazing, all the stuff. Sometimes I'm like, I actually lose time watching this stuff go by.
This is why I think it's important to read, whether it's, a car market or look at the stock market or just learn other things, is to realize all the moving parts happening.
Totally,
it's
Jay.
Insane.
That's I think where most especially startup carriers miss the details in reading. There's so much data out there. There's so many resources. Ty can just go off on all these different topics. I'm sure he can tell you off because there's so much out there. But yes, true, we lack the time because we need to get behind that wheel.
Exactly. We got to get back to work. Who's got time? I don't have time.
I know. But you know what? As an individual starting out, sometimes losing times makes you money to do this stuff. Okay? Because what you can do, you can sometimes, let's say you lose one day of work doing your research. Let's say you lose a whole week's of work. I know it sounds like a lot, and it is a lot. But sometimes that 1 week of work that you lost physically doing work, delivering cars, but doing your research and seeing where you want to go, how you want to do, what's the cost, all this kind of stuff. That 1 week that you supposedly lost, the next the second or the third week, you're going to make it up because you just bypassed all these different hurdles that you're going to lose by not taking off that first week over the next month. Okay. But again, there's so many resources out there right now that will help people as opposed to back in the day. when Jay and I were little. That you know, it
Whoa, that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. You know,
Hey,
that
Joe.
can help you out.
Hey, Joe. Joe,
Yeah, I'm here.
what do you think about the auction?
I'm sorry.
What do you think about the auction?
The auction for transport.
Yeah, for your app.
Like I was saying, it's something we're looking into.
It's gonna
We
be. It's the
it-
thing,
it's-
right? It's because, right? I mean, I think that. Listen, I liked it. Just let's crack this thing open and open it up. Okay, you've got major companies that are focused on auction technology of the future. Companies like Cox, right? Like big companies, right? And so if you were to start there, that would be, you know, it's like David and Goliath. But if you can conquer POV to some degree, that gives you more leverage moving into other markets like the auctions. Am I close?
You're close. We feel like we need to be more efficient for auctions to tackle something as complex as the auction shipment. So with the data we gather from the POV market, we're pretty confident we're going to be able to make a solution for the auction houses next.
Well,
and
that's what Ty's getting at, isn't it? Right? I mean, like, you're onto something.
yeah, our goal is to make multiple tools for carriers in different sectors. We would love to cover them all, but we're going to try to cover the main ones and try to, make the best solutions we can. We don't want to get into it and actually add on to some of the pains inside that sector. We want to alleviate.
What's taking so long?
So it's a lot of work.
Come on, Joe, hurry up.
Oh
We're-
man.
We're trying our best. I can honestly tell you, we're going 100% on what we can push out.
Hey, let's
but
talk
data-
about that. Hey Joe, how long you been doing this? We haven't talked about your history. How long you been
The
doing
app-
it?
I've been in creation with the app for almost 2 years now.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's
You're moving
we
at a
have
pretty good clip.
Yeah, we have a pretty good team together. The last year was a lot more meaningful than the first. We got a lot done within the last year, and the pilots have been going great. We've been getting nothing but great feedback. All the carriers are happy, better than what we thought it would be, because we honestly don't have all the tools that we thought of already inside this actual portion of the app.
Right.
So the next level is just to get the release, which should be very soon. We don't want to guarantee a date yet, and then start collecting the data to improve and make it a little bit more efficient and help carriers scale.
And you're on Apple and Android
We are
equal-
Apple and Android.
equally. I mean, right? Because Apple. How do I say this? Apple and Android are not as close to each other as it sounds. To a consumer, Apple, Android, whatever. But no, that's not really how it is.
Very different.
Right.
Very different. Yeah, two different developers. If you can write code in for Android, it's Xcode and different coding languages for Apple.
Right.
So we developed so SCREECH app is for Apple and Android, and we also have our SCREECH and Carrier app for Apple as well, if I said that correctly.
Yeah, so you have Android and Apple. That's cool. And so is it pretty much mobile app based, or is there a way to interact with your product on a computer, laptop, PC, iPad?
Right now, we're fully mobile app based.
Okay. That's cool.
We will have a web portal where shippers can log into, and that will be catered again to the larger shippers.
Right. Right now you're dealing with. I mean, it's at some degree you're going to have brokers in there being shippers, maybe. I mean, right? Because here's what I'm getting at. Let's say you have if you have a corporate customer, the VP with the briefcase may or may not actually go on the app. He'll have somebody else handle it, which could be a relocation company.
And in that case, like when I've dealt as a dispatcher with relocation companies, I mean, they're on the ball. This is no messing around. This guy's a VP, like an actual VP, not a VIP, not a pretend VIP, and we're just storing all the money in the shed. I mean, a real, VIP where they're actually, people, there's plenty of money to go around. It's just that the guy with the briefcase, he's not actually on the app. He has somebody else handle that. So in that case, this is where I can see like a dashboard component for the personal assistant or somebody handling the logistics being on the dashboard managing loads for a few VPs, which turns into a brokerage, but again, is not your, hey, I'm going to keep half for myself, forget about it, brokerage. Right. It's different.
No, yeah. So definitely, you're on the right path if I understand correctly.
What?
It would work in that manner.
Yeah, right. And because dashboards, the way, from my understanding of internet-based products, software as a service, etc., is that at some point it's helpful for some segment of the market and/or customer to have a dashboard as opposed to just an app-based tool. I mean, if you're getting an Uber, you probably don't need a dashboard. Although somebody right now is going, dang, I wish I had an Uber dashboard. And that person isn't watching the show.
Lose him? Do we lose him?
Awkward.
Oh, what?
Oh.
What do you do with an awkward silence? Just, you live with it, is what you do.
Keep rolling.
Yeah,
Roll.
man. Just keep on. That's why do you think I came up with ELD Kool-Aid?
Well, here's what we do.
I just got that.
Dude, what? That sounds like secret sauce.
What?
What?
Awesome.
Um,
Like your
yeah,
product, man. Good
I'm not sure
job.
if we lost. I'm not sure if we lost Joe again.
I don't think we technically lost him. Just abstractly.
Well, tell Joe thanks for coming on the show. I
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
it.
Yeah,
that was good.
Tell him to get
I
a
do
hold of
too,
me
man.
And to get a hold of Ron when he's ready to start moving that way.
Yeah. I mean, basically, that's where we're at. I think
Ron's hands.
right. As we know, in recap, if you're just joining the show, which you're not, but if you
Can
were,
you hear me?
yeah,
There
there's
you go.
there's Joe. I knew he'd be back. Basically, we are getting a sneak peek of KarShypr.com and what's to come. But right now, you are beta testing with POV, personally owned vehicles, like individual car shipping customers, that instead of having to type in cheap car shipping and have the phone ring off the hook and be told how great they are and promises this, they can actually connect to a carrier, get their car moved, and reward a carrier personally as opposed to just being another cog in the wheel. That's what KarShypr does. And we're talking, I mean, that's what's cool. We've spent 2 hours, let's say hour and a half, talking about KarShypr. I would guess this marks a milestone in the history of KarShypr. Right?
It does. Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's good for me, good for you.
This should mark a milestone for car hauling in general.
It should mark I like that.
This is a way better way. And what comes next, I think, is going to set a new standard for new car hauling software. And I think it's only going to get better from here for trucks and for shippers.
Yeah, I do think so too. It seems like, I know, like reading trade magazines, there's a lot more new information now than there seems to have been before. And so what's cool is if you feel trapped with your current service provider, feel trapped no more. Change is coming.
Yeah. Yep, definitely. I remember seeing a question that you had on your board just before too. If I can bring it up, if you should start as a driver or an owner operator. Back in the day, that was an easy question. Start as a driver. Now, because of like what you just said, Jay, it's easy to start as an owner operator if you want.
Easier.
Easier, yeah, easier.
Not easy.
Not easy. No, not easy,
but easier. Yeah, and there are now places to go, people to talk to, and ways to get information without all the drama, right?
You know what I run into? I run into a lot of guys who actually buy the equipment first.
Oh.
Before they even know what to do.
No.
Oh, this is like.
Oh,
this is like 7 out of 10.
I just got my custom truck. I got this amazing trailer. I mean, my grandkids are paying the insurance. Can you dispatch for me? What?
But imagine this, Jay. Now maybe you can kind of get by because they can reach out to somebody like you, and it's still hard. It's still very hard to be doing it, putting the horse before the carriage. But back in the day, you couldn't do that. But luckily, they can call you, Jay, and say, Jay, can you help me out with the load? Back in the day, you were on your own. But a lot of guys do that now. They still do that. But fortunately,
I think there's gold bars. I think I got some gold bars. Wait. I don't see any gold bars. You see gold bars, though. You do, don't you? Come on, give me some gold bars.
Gold bars, baby. Gold bars.
Oh, man. All right, we have people saying goodnight, and I think that we've covered it, man. I'm thrilled at what we've talked about tonight, and Joe taking the time to show us. I mean, man, thank you, Joe, for showing us some of the stuff. I know you lifted the hood pretty high, right? And time to close that hood. I'll tell you what. I mean, even Eric is ready to see KarShypr. I guarantee there are more people ready to see KarShypr than are letting on. Which is we hear that. So feel free to reach out to the audience. What I want to say to everybody is that listen, if you put in a live chat tonight, or you're watching this on demand, maybe you're driving in your truck. And you're getting through it, and you like, man, this is some really interesting stuff, dude. You can post a comment in the video below. You can email me autotransportintel@gmail.com. Hey Joe, what's the email address there if people want to learn more about KarShypr?
So we would love for trucking companies and owner operators to email us at support@KarShypr.com. We definitely want to work with small trucking companies on new tools for the industry. So if you do have something or some idea that you do want to run by us and our engineer team, send us an email. We're definitely going to reach out to you. For the launch, I would definitely say stay tuned on our Instagram @KarShypr. Find us on Facebook, KarShypr, Facebook.com/KarShypr, or tune into your channel, Jay. I'm definitely going to let you know when we do the launch. We can do a show about it, whichever
I would
you
love
like.
that. I would love that. I mean, I can't wait to have you back and learn where you're at next. And that's one of the neat things of what's happening on the show now is my show's been around long enough where we're starting to have people back on. And I man, you're on that list. You're going to let me know when you're ready to come back, okay?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And
I
want
what's going on.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me on, Ron.
By the way, Joe, is there a phone number or is the email the best way?
Email is the most efficient way.
Yeah, I'm the same way. All right, support@KarShypr.com. You can contact Joe.
Definitely reach out to us. I definitely want to talk to Ron if you can send me email as well, and also TY.
Sure, Jay can help you out with that. He has all
but
my info. So.
And Ron, take that. Please do, and I'll help. And Ty, you're going to help me follow up on this too. But feel free to anybody, Ron, Ty, the Queen of England, send an email to support@KarShypr.com. It's KarShypr.com. And I like that. It's actually it kind of, once you know the spelling, And it's been on the
sticks.
screen for 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
I
kind
like
of
it.
does
Yeah,
stick.
it
I like it
sticks,
too.
yeah.
It sticks.
It's a new way. It's a new way of shipping. So we definitely have to change it up.
Yeah, that's good.
Awesome.
Let-
And before I let you go, Joe, Ron,
Huh?
I think you were going to say something, but before you do, I want to thank you for coming on the show again.
Oh, no problem at all.
You're
No
going to
problem
be
at all.
back. You're in the live panel. Man, you're juiced in with CTS. And Ty, thanks for delivering that good news
No
and
problem.
taking the time to join
Ty's-
us again.
Ty's the man.
Yeah, man.
I want to be under his wing.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
We definitely want to reach out to Ty as well. We have a lot of insight. I think we can
So-
help each other.
As I say that, Ron, can people email you, Ron?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Ron at,
you know.
it's Ron
Go ahead,
at, yeah, it's RON at.
No, it's actually at Traffic INC.
Traffic.
INC at me.com.
Traffic INC at me.com. That is Ron's email. Traffic Inc. at me.com. That's Ron's email. And, of course, Ty at CTS Business Coaching.com. If you need CTS Business Coaching, you can go to ctsbusinesscoaching.com. You can send Ty an email. You can send Ron an email. You can send Joe an email. You can send me an email. Because we all, I mean, that's what's cool. All four of us right here, we all have the same goal. We want to help the car hauling industry.
And if I can add one more thing, which I think
Please,
would be a lot of
please.
fun,
Yeah.
is if some more people can go to the mats right now in March and meet Jay and Ty and have a live little show out there. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh
and
my
plus,
gosh.
This place with them there and all these different resources of information, all these different booths, all this energy there, you're going to come out of there with something.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to do this right now since you said that. I'm so happy that you said that. I'm going to put it up on the screen right now. In case you don't know, in case you haven't done this, you go to truckingshow.com. Go to truckingshow.com. This is MATS 2019. MATS stands for Mid-America Trucking Show. It's in Louisville, Kentucky. It's the last weekend of March 2019. It's an annual show. It is the biggest trucking show. It is enormous. If I click on the map, it'll freak you out how big these buildings are. They drive trucks into these buildings, many trucks. They open them up. There's custom trucks. Man, anything you need for your truck. There's recruitment. There's technology. And we're going to be in the West Pavilion. We're in booth 63201. Booth 63201. We're actually going to be in the booth with Shaggy's Consulting and Training. I'm going to be there. Ty's going to be there. And we have media credentials. Auto Transport Intel is now a member of the media at the Mid-America Trucking Show. So we're going to be interviewing folks. I'm already starting to get emails from companies. This is going to take us to the next level. It's amazing. I'm so
That's
thrilled.
great, Jay.
Yeah,
that's
Joe,
amazing.
that's another place too for you.
We
to
are
present.
trying to make it. We are trying to make it.
That would be great.
Yeah,
But
that
just-
is great.
But yeah, I hope
thanks
to
for
see
bringing that
you
up.
guys there. Yep, hope to see you guys there, and people like Joe also as well with products like these that'll help the little guy and the big guy put minds together and come up with great ideas.
Dude.
Thanks,
awesome.
Ron. Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Means a lot to us.
You know what? And it does. That's what's so cool. Ron, I mean, your enthusiasm, I can see it and hear it. The live chat knows it's real, and I mean that's what's so neat is we're sharing information. And you know what? One I wanted to say before too is that what you know about load boards, I was this close to calling you the load board Jedi.
I just
Because
love these things.
you have to know how to read it.
You have to know how to read it.
You have
Yeah.
to know.
you do.
If you
You
don't
have to
know,
Jay, that's what first drew my attention to you, Jay. And I remember when I called you, is because there was a small detail that I just was not reading, and I was like, "How come I can't figure this out?" I was like, "I gotta call this nerd, Jay." Call him up, and sure enough, he's like, "Ron, you gotta go here, here, and here." I was like, "Oh man, this is why I watch you, Jay. This is great. I knew you were gonna know this part." And sure enough, that's how the ball got going. But
you know what?
This platform is so great, though. I'm telling you, these
man.
little things, these little nuggets. You never know. This is a tool that you're actually giving people. This car hauling community, however small, however big, just to give an idea of the mindset that's going on, what people are needing, what are they talking about. You don't find there are guys who have they have their own channels and stuff like that, but nobody has this live chat the way you have it going. And I gotta say, Jay, the way you keep it moving, I know it's tough. I wouldn't want to be in your seat at all. Okay, I like just to put in my 2 cents and be called out on it. But to be in your chair, I couldn't do. So my hat's off to you and Ty too as well.
Thank you.
It has to be hard to do, but
that's the crazy thing. I was born this way. I got mental problems. This is what I was born to do.
With hair like that?
Yeah, exactly. No, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, no, I don't have, I never let my hair down and show it, but I mean, it's long. I got I got issues.
Around once. I thought it was a gerbil that came around.
Oh man, this is nothing. I mean, but what what I wanted to say was, before I started curling my hair, was that what's cool, it's really cool, it's really fun, Ron, is that right now, people got to come to the show, but in the future, the show's coming to you.
Oh, nice.
Sure, no.
It's going to be awesome. This industry needs this show. It's not just the show, it's the information. This industry needs the information, it needs the community, it needs communication, it needs understanding, it needs a way to understand the process and truly help. Again, it comes back to the car shipping customer. If people didn't need to move cars, we wouldn't be here.
And definitely also, another thing that you guys have going for you is that Jay and Ty, you guys are in the business day in and day out too. So you're actually in the middle of everything, not just seeing it from afar and putting in your opinions. So that too right there, that's what attracted me to it. I was like, oh no, these guys are seeing the same thing I just did today. Let me call them and let me see what's going on. So it's great. I love it, guys. Again, I'm not going to kiss your butt anymore.
Thank you. And you know what? Candy at Seaport Service just said it. It's ATI Edutainment.
Yeah, actually, so, that's at Candy. That's at Seaport.
Yeah, she was here last week. She'll be back too.
You know what? I love her service and her idea too. It's great stuff. I love what she's doing down there. That just to branch off and do something like that on her own. That's a good mind there.
So we're so lucky with what we already have with our network. I'm just thrilled. So listen, I'm going to stop it here. It's Edutainment every Tuesday night. And I'm going to thank my guests again for coming back. Ty, Ron, guys. Joe, thank you guys so much for taking the time to be here with me tonight.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks again for the work, Joe. Keep it going.
Thank you, Ron.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. All right. Peace. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, we'll go ahead and end the meeting for all. And we're going to go back to, let's see here. Oh, there's my thing. And let's go ahead and click this. See if I can get this camera back, because that one looks better than that one. But it conflicts with the Zoom. But I closed the Zoom meeting. You guys can hear me okay. Listen, I really do appreciate you guys tuning in every Tuesday night. We're always talking about all things car hauling. Whether you're a car shipping customer, auto transport broker, car hauling dispatcher, vehicle shipping company, or car carrier service provider, Auto Transport Intel is the car hauling business channel. Are you looking to get into auto transport? Do you need CTS Business Coaching? Maybe you need equipment, a strategy, insurance. We've got a starter kit. We've got affiliates that we're talking to. In fact, in a few weeks, I'm going to have Brian with Carrier Compliance on the show. In 2 weeks, I'm going to have, I got a surprise guest in 2 weeks. But next week, we're going to have Truckify.com on the show, more car hauling software, as we keep hitting more car hauling software so that you know all about all the options. Send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. Let me know if you got a question, if you want to be on the show, if you want to share some info. Please always remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. You comment below the video after the video, because this show is almost over. I really appreciate you guys tuning in every Tuesday night, saying hello. It means so much, and I'm excited about what's happening next. I'm thrilled about what's happening at the end of the month with Matt's. I still have a lot of marketing work to do until that time, and I want to keep making the best show I can. So listen, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm about to run the car hauler. Thanks for also letting me know about audio and video issues. Thanks for the Yeti microphone fund and participating in that. I can't wait to get the new microphone, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. So thank you so much. All right, I'm going to start up the car hauler. I'll see you next Tuesday night. Peace out, and thanks for tuning in to Auto Transport Intel.